Hi and welcome to the DE Physical Education Flipped Learning videos. Types of guidance to optimize performance. Guidance. Guidance is the information given to someone to help them develop a skill to improve and optimize their performance. There are 4 types of guidance: visual, verbal, manual, mechanical. Guidance is defined as the information to aid the learning of a skill. Visual guidance. Visual guidance is when guidance is presented in a form that the performer can look at. It can include anything from a live demonstration to a video, film, poster, chart, or court markings to help the performer. When using visual guidance, it is important that the technique being shown is of good quality. It is also important that those learning watch closely and pay attention to the key points. The advantage of this type of guidance: it's useful for all levels of performers. It's especially good for young, inexperienced performers. Vision is most people's dominant sense. It allows performers to see what is required. Specific aspects of a whole skill can be observed, and performers can copy what they have seen. Disadvantages of this type of guidance: demonstration or image must be of good quality. Some skills are too complex to demonstrate, not effective if performers are not paying attention. Some sporting examples: showing athletes how to do a layup in basketball and demonstrating a shot put. Here's an example of a poster. Here's an example of a video guidance to show the performers how they should compete. And here is some advanced video analysis. Again, this is a visual representation and it should show the performer how to improve vital areas of their performance. Verbal guidance. Verbal guidance is when a coach describes how to perform a skill or tells a performer something, e.g. feedback. Advantages of this type of guidance: especially useful for high-level performers. It's a good way of highlighting key teaching points. Useful for sharing basic information and instructions. Questioning can often make a performer think. Some disadvantages: can result in information overload when the performer is told too many things to do at once. It can be boring. The sports arena can often be very noisy and make verbal guidance hard for the performer to hear. Complex things are often difficult to explain. Some sporting examples: a coach giving feedback from the sideline during a game. A teacher talking through the skill they want the pupils to learn. Here's an example of a coach giving some verbal guidance to his players. And here's an example of a teacher giving some verbal guidance to a student. Key terms. These are definitions that will come up as AO1 questions in your exam. Visual guidance: information given to a performer to help them develop that they can see. Verbal guidance: information given to a performer to help them develop that they can hear. It involves someone telling them something. Manual guidance. Manual guidance involves a coach physically moving a performer into the correct position or supporting them as they perform a skill. Some advantages of this type of guidance: it's good for complete beginners. It allows some development of correct feeling. Some disadvantages: a movement can feel different when someone else is moving your body for you. Performer may not think that they are actually performing it themselves. Some sporting examples: moving a player into the correct body position. Holding the racket at the same time as an athlete to show them the correct technique. Here's an example of manual guidance for a handstand or headstand, And here's an example for softball. The teacher is holding the bat with the learner, and as they swing, the learner should feel the position their body should be in as they swing. Mechanical guidance. Mechanical guidance takes place when equipment is used to assist the coaching process. This could take the form of floats in swimming or harness in diving, gymnastics and trampolining. Some advantages of this type of guidance: good for potential dangerous skills such as trampolining, can allow a performer to gain a feel for the movement without fear, and good for building confidence. Some disadvantages: equipment may be expensive, performer can come to rely on the aid. Sporting examples: a harness for teaching somersaults in trampolining, a swim float, for example a noodle, to ensure the performer has the correct technique. Here's an example of a noodle, and here's an example of me using the trapeze. As you can see, the mechanical guidance is holding me to allow me to support as I go through the different movements. Key terms you need to know. Manual guidance: information given to a performer to help them develop that involves them being physically moved into the correct position. Here you can see the teacher moving their arm during the tennis swing. Mechanical guidance, information given to a performer to help them develop that involves equipment to assist the learning process. As you can see here, the harness is helping the learner to allow them to go through the forward somersault, very similar to the trapeze video you were just shown. Exam questions. Pause the video and answer the above question. Discuss which type of guidance you might use if you were teaching/coaching the following and how your chosen type of guidance would benefit the performer. A beginner in badminton. B, a beginner in gymnastics. C, a local club level footballer. D, a local club level netballer. E, an advanced triple jumper. And F, an advanced golfer.